Hello friends, I just wanted to start this video with the beautiful inspiration art that I seen on TikTok, so that way it got its proper recognition. But this is what we'll be trying today. As we start though, I am going to go ahead and do this as a press on set because I have to do a totally different video later this week. I already have my tips pre-sized out for me, and we're going to go ahead and get those ready. My little one here is going to help me with some of the voiceover, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's only 3, so please be kind, but this is what we're going to go ahead and start off by doing. As I said, they were pre-sized off camera just for convenience, and so it didn't have too much time in the video. But I am going to go ahead and place them on my stand. Once they are all painted with a white base coat, I am going to go ahead and take this really light baby blue. You can't really tell on the camera, but it is like a really light blue. And then going in with the second color that's going to be ombreing in, I'm going to use that pink just because it's definitely more opaque. And we'll use that to slowly start blending the two. These are going to be glow-in-the-dark colors, so they're a little bit more sheer, which is why we did the white base off camera, just to save a little bit of time. And I'm going to go through the step-by-step of the entire first nail and kind of talk you through how I did it. And then I'll fast forward and play some music for the other 4 so you can see how we transitioned into the complete set. As it showed here though, I did do a 30-second cure in between coats, and this is going to be my second coat. Again, repeating the same as the first time, or like the first steps. So the lighter color is what I put down first, which is that really light baby blue color. And while it's still wet, I went ahead and went in with the pink color again, just to kind of ombre it and mix it into the blue. Next, we're taking some 70% isopropyl alcohol and just going to put that into my dampened dish here. This is what we're going to use to actually help form the design for the French cut, as well as to wipe the entire surface of the nail. So here I'm just going to go ahead and clean the brush first. You definitely want to make sure your brushes are clean. I thought this one was, but then it looked like there's a little remnants of like maybe some white from a French tip I did earlier. So it's always a good idea to pre-cleanse before you start your design. Once I have the brush fully clean though, I am going to go ahead and start with the design of the French tip. The way that I do that though is by first applying the white. And this can be pretty sloppy, and that's what we have the brush and the alcohol for. Once I went ahead and kind of got where I know the design is going to be, or where I want it to be, I did go ahead and go in while the white is still wet and before curing to just clean up and crisp the French line. Now, if you have a white liner brush, you can also use that just to make it a little bit easier, but I wanted to stick with just using the Macart products that were in front of me today. It might be a little bit faster the other way though, so I definitely recommend doing that if you do have like a really opaque gel paint or like a gel liner to make really nice clean lines. In the case that you don't have that though, this is a really good alternative. You'll just go in, draw it kind of messy, and then clean it up right before curing. After it's been cured, I am going to go in and repeat the same steps that I did before, but just do the pattern in an opposite way. So on the pink side, I'm putting down that blue, which again, I hate that you can't see it, but it is a really pretty light baby blue. And then I'll take the pink on the opposite side and I'll start painting that. Now, the reason I put the white underneath is because it is going to help with that French line being a little bit more opaque, so you can actually see the difference of like that baby blue. For instance, if I try to put that right over the pink, you probably wouldn't see it. It wouldn't look really nice. And then additionally, since these are going to be glow in the dark, having that white base color is super helpful in vibrancy and opacity. Plus, it will make the color look even brighter when it's glowing. So that's why I decided to do that first. But essentially, we're doing the exact same steps. We're just kind of blending while it's still wet. Once you've cured for 30 seconds, you'll go ahead and apply your second coat. This is, again, gonna match exactly what we did previously. If it does get, oops, sorry about the camera. If it does get a little bit messy, or if you notice that it's not quite blending how you'd like to, that's the benefit of using the lighter color first, because you can go in and fix that. And then with that guide underneath, if you notice that you go over it a little bit, you can just then use the little brush that I used here and clean up any of the mistakes, because everything else has been cured. And then we'll do a final cure for 60 seconds before top coating. For today, I didn't use the Koopa top coat. I actually just used the McCart one, but it looks really good here. And I'm just checking to see how shiny it is and what the design actually looks like before moving forward. So with all the other nails, I am going to do the same exact steps, but what we're going to do is take glow-in-the-dark colors that transition into each other. So first we're going to put the white down, and this is just, again, so that way it helps with the glow-in-the-dark and the opacity, since they are a little bit more on the translucent side. It's also just good in general if you're going to use any type of bright colors, whether they're glow-in-the-dark or not. If you have a white canvas underneath, it will make it a lot brighter of a color. So I'm going to do that for all of them, and then we are going to transition like pink into purple, purple into yellow, and you'll kind of see that as it moves forward. But let me go ahead and play a little bit of music so you can see exactly how I did it.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave. Yeah. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside,
Okay, so once you've completed that, you're going to cure it for 30 seconds and then do a second time or a second pass through. This is what it should look like with you doing it 2 times so you can get the blend down just a little bit better. Once we have completed this step though, next I'm going to go ahead and just take some isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the entire surface of the nail. This is just to make sure that there's no additional debris before we go in and top coat. And it's also just going to make sure that the surface itself is not sticky. And then I am going to go in and reshape and crisp up those lines. When doing multiple coats of gel, you are going to notice that you start to lose the shape of the actual nail. So I want these to be very square. I'm just going to go in first with my 80 and 100 grit file using the 80 grit side.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been alright for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave. Yeah. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Who would have thought I'd get you? Oh yeah, babe. Who would have thought I'd get you? I'll take some time just to be thankful that I had days full of you, before it winds down into the memories. It's all just memories now. Don't you love when I come around? Somebody just fill you up and I take you down. Don't you love when I come around? Somebody just build you up and I take.
Alright, so after all of the filing, cleaning off the surface with our alcohol and top coating, this is what it looks like. I think they actually came out really pretty. They're not exactly like the picture with the nude color, but overall I'm really happy with them. I want to thank you so much for making it so far into this video. If you wouldn't mind to like, comment, and subscribe, I am eternally thankful for that. And once again, I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Say hasta luego. We'll be in rapping kilo.